Shay has $1 million in funded trading accounts. We have Jez with $61,000 worth of payouts. Dan with $45,000 worth of payouts. We also have Jake with just over $60,000 worth of payouts. And Harry with $51,000 worth of payouts as well. Are you currently failing more prop firm challenges than what you're passing? Because you certainly shouldn't be. You should be passing more than you're failing. Now, we're always going to fail a prop firm challenge from time to time, but you should be passing much more than what you're failing these challenges. I want to give you my top 5 tips on how I pass prop firm challenges successfully. Also, how I've helped thousands of traders pass prop firm challenges from different prop firms which have different rules, totaling over $200 million in prop firm passes. So keep watching this video. But before we get into that, I'm going to show you a revolutionary concept on how we can trade using my automated trading system called NextGen. This is a concept which is going to completely blow your mind about trading. And you're going to look at trading in a completely unique and different way, but also have a lot more success with your trading, whether you're a manual trader or an automated trader. But I'm going to get into this in a different YouTube video. So make sure you like and subscribe right now so you do not miss this video. You are not going to want to miss this concept about trading, which I have created to help all you traders pass prop firm challenges and, of course, get paid. As a trader, that is our only job. Now, a lot of these gurus are going to say to you, the whole self-development, make sure your mindset is accurate, read all these books, all that sort of stuff. And that is all great. That is all going to help you. But ultimately, if you're getting paid as a trader, that is your only job. And a consequence of that journey is you are going to become a better person. You are going to have a moment of enlightenment and self-development. Of course you are. You're making money, all right? And that's what's important. That's what we do as traders. So let's get into my top 5 tips. Get a pen, get a piece of paper, because if you're failing more prop firm challenges than what you're passing, you're going to want to see these top 5 tips. Now, I have spoken to 5 traders that have taken multiple prop firm payouts. Withdrawals have hit their bank. These are confirmed withdrawals. And we're going to put the certificates on the screen so you can scan the QR codes. And I've asked all of them, what is your average risk to reward ratio when taking prop firm challenges, passing those challenges, then getting withdrawals? And it falls perfectly in line with my risk reward ratio that I use with prop firm challenges, which helps me pass challenges and helps me get those withdrawals. So I've spoken to Shay. Shay has $1 million in funded trading accounts and multiple funded trading account payouts. We have Jez with $61,000 worth of payouts hit his bank, all from FTMO. Dan with $45,000 worth of payouts from FTMO. We also have Jake with just over $60,000 worth of payouts from FTMO and TGS Prop. And Harry with $51,000 worth of payouts as well. So I'd say these guys are pretty qualified to tell us what their ideal risk to reward ratio is when using prop firms, how to pass and how to get the payouts. Now, let me take a step back. Before I ask these guys what their ideal risk to reward ratio is, I already know what mine was. Okay, so my ideal risk to reward ratio, I'm going to tell you why, is anywhere between a 1-to-1 risk to reward and a 1-to-2 risk to reward. These are short-term trades. Why is that? I want to tell you why. So first of all, most prop firms do not like you trading through high impact news. Also, if the prop firm does allow you to trade through high impact news, guess what? Prop firms have a history of slipping you out terribly throughout high impact news, hitting your 5% daily drawdown, boom, you're at your challenge done, you're at your live account finished, breached. So why do we want to hold through high impact news if we know prop firms like to do a little bit of dirty on us and give us that slippage if the trade doesn't go our way? We don't want to, do we? So I don't want to be in any long-term trades where I need to be holding through all these different high impact news, which is going to drop on me. I don't want to be holding through that. I want to be staying away from high impact news. So I like to go for a shorter risk to reward ratio so that I can be in and out before the news. Or if I've got closed before the news, it doesn't matter because I know I'm going to get another trade soon, because with a smaller risk to reward ratio, I'm getting frequent trades. So that's that problem solved straight away. Don't forget, I want to put the edge in my favor as much as I possibly can. Now, point two, what else do prop firms like to do? They like to add slightly larger than normal swaps if you hold a trade overnight. I want to be paying for swaps. I don't want the swaps to be 30% of my overall risk. Imagine I'm on a 100K funded trading account, right? I'm risking 1%, that's $1,000. Why do I want a swap of $300? My risk is now a 1 to 1.3 risk, right? I'm risking 1.3 to gain 1. I don't want to do that. So I do not want to be holding trades overnight if I can help it. So again, shorter term trades, I'm in and out throughout a day. Sometimes I'm in and out within an hour. Perfect, done. I've made my profit. I'm out of there. I don't have to hold through news. I don't have to hold overnight. Now, we also need to talk about the daily spreads. So when the daily candle closes, what do brokers do with the spreads? Surely you know this. You should do, because you've been trading and you've been taking prop firm challenges. So what do they do with the spreads? They inflate the spreads. So something which could be a 2-pip spread throughout the day, that symbol can then inflate to 20, 25, 30 pips, depending on the prop firm that you're with. So if I'm 25 pips away from my stop loss, and then I'm holding that trade overnight, not only am I going to get the swap charge, the spreads could actually hit my stop loss. Price action hasn't even gone to my stop loss, and spreads has taken me out the game. Again, that's an edge not in my favor. We've got to work smart, guys. Just by knowing these little pieces of knowledge that I'm giving you, this is going to reinforce you and help you pass prop firm challenges, because you may not know this. And if you don't know, you don't know. And you can keep wondering why you're making the same mistake over and over again. It could be these little tips. So I take shorter term trades. Why? I don't want to hold through high impact news. I don't want to hold overnight. I don't want to hold through those 10 p.m. spreads. I also don't want to be holding over the weekend if I can help it, because the market can gap out on Sunday market open. Guess what? It can gap over my stop loss, which again is a bit of a naughty trick prop firms like to do. Bang, I've now just lost more than 1% that I'm risking. So it's important that we know these things. And some prop firms don't even like us holding over the weekend. So I'm just going short term. Now, I've asked my traders, I've got all the payouts that I've just showed you, what is your ideal risk to reward? And they all said between a 1-to-1 and a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio, exactly the same as me. So if these guys have all passed multiple prop firm challenges, they're getting multiple consistent payouts, we need to listen to these guys. We need to listen to me, because this is what's working for us. This is proof. This is what's working. Now, you might be saying, but Ryan, if I have a higher risk to reward ratio, I don't need as many trades to hit TP to pass my prop firm challenge. That is correct. But what comes with a higher risk to reward ratio? A lower strike rate. And guess what? This ain't a live account of your own funding, is it? This is a prop firm funded account. That means you got 5% daily drawdown across most prop firms and 10% overall. So you need a high strike rate. A lower risk to reward gives you a much higher strike rate. A higher risk to reward gives you a lower strike rate. So you may have a 60% strike rate, which means you're losing 40 trades out of 100. With a lower risk to reward, you can get 80 to 90% strike rate. Much more beneficial for prop firms. Strike rate is so important. So point number 1, lower risk to reward for prop firm success. Point number 2, trade symbols with no commission. Prop firms give you the opportunity to trade symbols with no commission, which is going to be symbols like US 30, the German DAX, crypto, and gold does have commission, but is very, very small in comparison to FX symbols. But be careful with the gold swaps overnight. They love throwing on some swaps on gold. So try not to hold gold trades overnight if you can help it. This is going to eat into your profit. So make sure you're trading symbols with zero commissions. If you're going with a specific prop firm, have a look at their zero commission symbols. Start thinking about trading some different strategies on those symbols, just like we can using the next gen system. So for example, using the next gen full automated trading system, we have great success using this automated trading system on gold. So here's a strategy on gold, 94% strike rate, Great strategy, making good profit. We also like to use it on the German DAX, which is 100% commission free, US 30. Some traders even like to use the automated trading system to trade on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is great because you can trade it on prop firms. However, most prop firms do have a lot size cap for Bitcoin, so we need to use smaller risk. There's another free tip there for you guys. So if you are trading Bitcoin, remember, risk will likely be smaller because the lot size cap is usually 10 lots on prop firms for Bitcoin. Now, moving on, prop firm challenge tip number 3. So many of you traders are being idiots. You're turning up totally unequipped, unprepared to pass your prop firm challenge. You're just not ready for it. Now, that doesn't mean you're not ready mentally. You most probably are. But you're turning up completely unprepared. So now you've increased the chances of failing the challenge instead of increasing your chances of passing the challenge. If you got selected now for mandatory military operations to protect your country, you get selected to go to battle. You turn up to basic training. They say, right, you can select one weapon to go into basic training. And in front of you is a choice of 3 different weapons. You have a machine gun, you have a frying pan, and you have a plate. What weapon are you going to choose? Are you going to choose a plate? Are you going to choose a spatula? Or are you going to choose a machine gun? Of course. You'd be an idiot, wouldn't you, to choose a spatula, right? You're going to choose the machine gun. Why are you going to choose a machine gun? So you go to battle prepared. You increase your chances of not dying because now you can shoot your enemy instead of throwing a plate at their face, right? This is what you guys are doing with prop firm challenges. You are turning up without the correct weaponry to help you pass a prop firm challenge. When I turn up to a prop firm challenge, I've got the next gen full automated trading system. This is my automatic machine gun, fully equipped with a fucking bazooka on the side, ready to blow this challenge to bits. That's what I want to do. I don't want to turn up with not the correct equipment, then I want to get defeated and then die, which is what you guys do in your prop firm challenges. You're entering these challenges and you're letting the challenge die because you didn't have the correct equipment, and the correct tools, the correct weaponry to face the battle of passing a prop firm challenge. Does that make sense? You need to get a strategy. That is your weapon. You need to make sure that the strategy has been tested correctly. That is your training. You have to make sure that you're turning up with the correct strategy, with the correct data-backed strategy to help you pass these prop firm challenges. And I actually can't believe I've got to tell you this because it is the most obvious thing that a trader has to do. Instead, people are turning up, they're seeing a 100K challenge. Great, I can have 100K here. If I make 10% on that's 10 grand. That's the biggest withdrawal I would have ever had in my trading life. For most of you, it'd be the only withdrawal. However, the chance of you getting that withdrawal are slim because you're turning up and you're just trying to wing it. Mate, if you turn up to a battle, a real life battle, a war, and you try to wing it, what do you think is going to happen to you? You're going to die. You're going to get shot because you weren't prepared. Treat that exactly the same as you should be treating a prop firm challenge. Very, very simple. Be prepared. So point 3 now moves nicely into point 4, which is stop rushing prop firm challenges. Now, why are traders rushing? Because they give themselves these goals of, I'm going to have $1 million worth of funding by the end of the year. How do you know that? You don't know what opportunities the market is going to give you that fit your trading strategy. The market has to feed your strategy by creating opportunities for your strategy. You don't know what's going to happen. You can't see the future. So are you now putting a time scale on things? Now, it's great to have a goal. Yes, it is great to have a goal. But it's very difficult to give yourself a time scale goal of how much funding you're going to have over a set period of time because you cannot predict what the markets are going to do. So by you putting these restraints on you, these time restraints, you're now creating pressure. When a trader's under pressure, what do? They make bad decisions. And this is such a notorious thing that I see traders doing a lot of the time. I'm going to pass this challenge in 1 month, and then I'm going to pass another one next month. By the end of the year, I'm going to have $1 million worth in funding. But guess what? When they haven't passed in a month for whatever reason, what they start doing? They start taking silly trades. Oh, listen, it's good. I'm going to whack 20 lots on this. If this gets me 30 pips, I'm going to pass my funded trading account. They're just trying to wing it now. They're gambling. Why? Because they put time restraints on themselves. Don't do that. Do not try and rush a challenge. You can only work at the speed in which the market is giving you opportunities. So by rushing, you're creating pressure. By creating pressure, you're going to start creating bad decisions. Now it's a downward spiral. Now you're no longer a funded trader. You're now a losing trader that's breaching accounts. You cannot put a timescale on how quick you're going to pass a prop firm challenges. I've seen traders pass in 24 hours. I've seen traders pass in 3 months. It's completely different in accordance of 1, when you started the challenge, depending on what the markets were like. 2, how many strategies are you using? 3, how well are the markets cycling to fit your strategy? You can catch the market at a fantastic time and pass very, very quickly, which you will do at some point, which moves nicely into point 5, which is only purchase funded trading account challenges that you can afford to lose. So many traders are buying funded trading account challenges for $1,000, for example, and that was their rent for the month, their mortgage, their food. And they're risking it all on a funded trading account challenge because they're saying, well, actually, if I pass this in a month, then if I get a payout, it doesn't matter. I'm going to have the money back anyway. No, you cannot operate like that. Again, you are creating pressure on yourself. Why are you buying challenges that you cannot afford to lose? Because we all know, statistically speaking, this is proven that even the best traders will at some point fail funded trading account challenges, but they pass more than they fail. And once you pass, the withdrawals are uncapped. So the risk to reward is limitless. You can keep getting withdrawals. So you may have paid $500, for example, for a 100K account, but now you can keep getting withdrawals from that account, can't you? So the risk to reward is huge for traders. Your return on investment is massive. It's uncapped, which is why prop firms are so popular, because your only risk ever is the purchase fee that you paid for the account. So getting back into point 5, which nicely ties up with point 4. Only buy accounts that you can afford to lose. Now, the trick here is you can actually use something called the Leapfrog effect. This effect is been amazing for myself and the thousands of traders that I've helped get funded with prop firm challenges. Now, what we do, rather than buy one 200K account, you may purchase 4 50K accounts. Again, only purchasing the size account that you can afford to lose. You may decide to buy 4 10K accounts, which are much cheaper. You're not going to buy them all at once. What you're going to start a prop firm challenge this week. Then a week later, you start another prop firm challenge of the same value. Then a week after that, you're going to do the same and the same again. This is called the Leapfrog effect. Now, you can do this in blocks of 4. So you've got 4 different prop firm challenges running simultaneously, all started at a week apart. What are your chances of passing this? If you have a good strategy, you're at least going to pass half of them, right? So you've passed 2. Let's say you failed 2. Now you're going to get withdrawals from the 2 that you passed. Boom. You got return on your investment. You got your money back. Now you're in profit. You may pass all 4. Who knows? Turns out how good you are as a trader also depends on the market cycle. Now, what are the benefits of splitting these different prop firm challenges up? Instead of buying one 200K prop firm account, you're going to buy 4 50K prop firm accounts. What's the benefits? 1, you can use different strategies on different accounts. Now, as a manual trader, this will be very, very difficult for you because you may not have 4 different manual trading strategies. Now you've got to start creating new strategies, right? This becomes a very lengthy process, a lot of back testing, a lot of time on the charts trying to find each strategy. Not for us automated traders. For us automated traders, we can literally change some points of a strategy we already have. We can literally create strategies within a day. I could create 4, not even within a day. Within 2 hours, I could create 4 absolutely amazing strategies. I could hook them up on full automation on each different prop firm account. Now, each different prop firm account is completely diversified, taking different trades to the other. That is now increasing my chances of passing a prop firm challenge instead of having each account taking the exact same trades. You need to make sure that you're diversified as much as possible as a trader. So here, for example, I could change 8 to 9. It's going to take around 3 seconds now to update the last 12 months worth of data, which is what it do for me here. there we go. The data is updated. We went from 94% down to 91%, but the profit there, as we can see, changed as well. So we can see that the straight rate changed from 94% to 91%, but also we can see that the profit changed from 58% to 52%. So that change would not have benefited me to put that on another strategy. But I found that information out in 3 seconds. As a manual trader, you'd have gone for a whole 12 months manually, scrolling through each candle. This would have took you hours, if not days. So by using my automated trading system, I can create strategies so quick to go on my prop firm challenges, then I automate it and it takes the trades for me. I cannot be sat on the charts all day trying to pass prop firm challenges. I didn't get into trading for that. I got into trading to have freedom of time, so I can go out and do what the hell I want. I don't want to be chained to a desk all day, sat here just trying to pass prop firm challenges. That's insane. I don't wish that on anybody. That is not a good life existence. Just sat here trying to pass prop firm challenges. What's the point? So what we need to do, we need to take different prop firm challenges with different strategies on those prop firm challenges, a week or 2 weeks apart, so that you're catching different market cycles. This has worked incredibly well. I've seen so many traders, including myself, pass many, many prop firm challenges using this method. And of course, once you have the live accounts, once you've passed, you can then use those same strategies on the live accounts because you've already proved those strategies work. Now, using my system here, if a strategy did start to go a bit flat, I can just change a few of the filters once again. And I can say, okay, let's change a few numbers and let's get the strategy back up and running at its best. I can change a few numbers here and there. It's going to take 3 seconds to backtest 12 months worth of data. If I'm happy with the changes, here we go, 63% profit now, brilliant. Okay, I'm happy with that change. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make this one live instead. I've enhanced my strategy. Took me 6 seconds right in front of you here on the camera to go through 24 months worth of data. That's 12 months worth of data we went through. Job done. I'm now back on track. I've tweaked my strategy ready for my live account. I'm now going to be looking to go and get a payout. So this is my top 5 tips, guys. If you haven't written this down, write them down. I'm going to quickly recap them for you now. Remember, don't forget to watch the next YouTube videos because we're going to be getting into some serious strategies on the type of strategies that my traders use and the type of strategies that I'm using to pass prop firm accounts. We're going to get those traders here breaking down how they're successful and how they're getting prop firm payouts. Number 1, low risk to reward, anywhere between a 1-to-1 and a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio. 2, try and use symbols with very low or no commission, so you get to keep more of the profit. Number 3, actually have a proven data-backed strategy like we do using a next-gen fully automated trading system. Point 4, stop rushing your prop firm challenges and stop rushing the withdrawal process because all you're going to do is make bad decisions, put yourself under pressure, and fail another challenge. Number 5, only purchase accounts that you can afford to lose. So there you're not under no financial pressure, and then start to leapfrog the accounts and use different strategies on different prop firm accounts. That way you're diversified and you're increasing your chances of passing different challenges and of course increase your chances of getting paid because ultimately as traders, that's what we're here to do. We're here to get paid. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be dropping a lot more tips and tricks on how you can become a successful trader on this YouTube channel. Don't forget to share it with your friends on social media.